Hi, and welcome back to another car conversation, you guys. Happy Friday. Hope you all had a wonderful week. As for me, as always, my weeks are busy, but guess what? I am so happy that it's Friday. It is Friday. Today is the last work day for most of us. If you work on the weekends, and you know what? Sorry about that, but it's going to be a blessed weekend anyhow. So today's topic is, it all starts with an idea. It all starts with an idea. Now, I don't know who this message is for, but I need you to hear me, and I need you to hear me good. It all starts with an idea. Okay? So let me talk about some people who started their businesses, and they're millionaires and billionaires right now, and it all started with an idea. And then I'll go into my discussion. I'm gonna let you be. So let's look at Mark Zuckerberg. Many of you know who Mark Zuckerberg is, right? Well, he pushed the idea of bringing people together in the virtual world, and today we now have Facebook because he didn't give up. And how much you want to bet there were some people that laughed at him and thought he was stone crazy for wanting to come up with that idea. But guess what? Facebook is alive and well. And many of us are able to stay connected with our family and friends because of Facebook. I don't know about you all, but I have family all over the place. And we have a family group within Facebook that I can keep in touch with my family that way. We can find out what each other's doing and all that other great stuff. I love when I log on and I see my friends celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, all these great things, accomplishments in their lives. And it's all because Mark Zuckerberg decided he wasn't going to give up, even when people didn't believe in him. And then let's look at Henry Ford. And so Henry Ford presented his idea for a motor. And do you know that people laughed at him? I didn't know this. As I was preparing for this video, I read that and I thought, wow, I didn't know that. But they laughed at him. But guess what? He didn't give up. And Ford Motor Company is thriving today. Although I am not, a lover of Ford vehicles. I think they have some nice vehicles. I'm a Chevy person. But Ford is alive and well today. Why? Because Henry Ford didn't give up when people laughed at him. And I should have wrote it down because I remember reading where he had presented this idea several times. And I mean, honey, these folks thought this man had lost his mind too. But even though he is long since dead and gone, resting in his grave, his idea is still flourishing because he didn't give up. Let's talk about Walt Disney. So people didn't believe in him and they laughed at his idea, but he did not give up. And now we have great Disney parks and great family vacations where we have great memories. I don't know about you all, but I've been to many of the Disney parks and have some great memories, all because Walt Disney said, I'm not going to give up. Even when people laughed at him, called him crazy, said he was a fool, he didn't give up. And we now have some great parks because of him. And then let's talk about Colonel Harland David Sanders. Y'all know who that is, right? So most of us love KFC chicken. I love KFC chicken. I have to be in the mood for it because I'm not really big on eating a lot of fast food anyway. But had Mr. Sanders not kept pushing forward, we wouldn't have a KFC. Now, you might have had some places that are, let me air quote, like KFC, but you would not have had a KFC. But for the fact that this man believed in his dream and he kept pushing forward, we have KFC, we have a KFC, we have good chicken. Now, I'm gonna tell you something else that you may not know. So he was seriously rejected in the beginning. KFC is now the second largest restaurant chain in terms of sales. Did y'all hear what I just said? And this is what I wanted to share with you. He started KFC at the age of 65. He didn't say, oh, well, all my better years are behind me. I guess I should just forget it. No, this man was 65 years old when he started KFC. So that's another thing I need you to keep in mind. Not only did he not give up on his dream, but at 65, he developed something that we still love today. That man is dead and resting in his grave. But we still enjoy and love KFC chicken. Cause y'all, every time you have a get together, somebody always bring that bucket of KFC chicken. Don't tell me that they don't, cause I know I've done it on many occasions because I don't cook. Let me keep it real. I do not cook. So, but you can guarantee I'm gonna show up with some chicken, okay? But I'm just saying, do you see how awesome that is? He didn't give up when people laughed at him, and he was 65 years old. That's powerful. Let's look at J.K. Rowling. So J.K. Rowling was rejected a total of 12 times by publishers. She didn't give up, and now she's a well-known author with some great books. And I'm trying to think, Lord have mercy, why has it escaped me at the moment? Watch is gonna come to me later on, but I can't think of her book that was actually a Harry Potter, I believe was her book, if I'm not mistaken. But do you understand how this woman was rejected 12 times? People said her work was no good. Nobody would like it. And I don't know about you all, but I didn't read the book, but I did see the movie. But that's all because she didn't give up, you guys. And that's all I'm trying to impress upon you. I got 3 more, and I'm going to let you be. Stephen King, his first book was rejected. Y'all, wait a minute. Now, I told you J.K. Rowling's, her book was rejected 12 times. Stephen King, his first book was rejected 30 times. And then he threw it in the trash. But it was his wife who made him keep working at it. And he is now a huge success. And get this, you guys, he has sold over 350 million books, and the numbers keep climbing. Because as generations come up, I don't know about you all, but I love a good Stephen King read. I'm trying to tell you, I love his books, love the movies and everything. But can you imagine what would have happened had he let the folks that turned him down? I'm sorry, I think the heat is making my tripod come away from the window. Sorry about that. But had he let these 30 people that turned him down deter him, we wouldn't have the great Stephen King books that we have today. And I actually, even in my mind's eye, I have a box at home. I need to go and check and see which books I have in that box, because I've read many of his books. I mean, many of them, and loved every one. There was not one that I read that I did not like. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Misery, that had me on the edge of my seat as I was reading the book, and I saw the movie too. But Stephen King, he is an awesome writer. Love his work, and I wish him many, many more years of success. And let's look at Oprah Winfrey. So Oprah lost a child, her business, and she was molested by her cousin, her uncle, and a family friend. And she gave birth at the age of 14 years old. But look at her now. She's a huge success. This woman started from some troubled beginnings, y'all. Y'all hear what I'm saying? But she didn't let the stuff that tried to break her down, she didn't let that keep her from becoming the huge icon that she is today. When I knew some of this stuff about her, not all of it. But I mean, she's a phenomenal woman. She didn't let those things stop her from being successful. She made up in her mind that she was going to be successful. And then last but not least, let's talk about African American people. I couldn't let this opportunity pass. So we've been slaves. We had no rights at one time, but with great leaders and persistence, we have come a long way, and we continue to get better and better. Guess what? African American people, black people, people that look like me, we refuse to give up. We refused to give up then, and we refuse to give up now. I thank God for people like Dr. Martin Luther King and other great leaders who paved the way for us to be able to pick up the baton and say, all right, I'm handing it off to you. You can't give up. You've got to keep running with this thing. Because people that look like me, guess what? We're going to always have to fight. Because there are other ethnic groups that will always look down their nose on us. And that's sad. Because at the end of the day, God created all of us. He created you. He created me. He created white folks, Indians, Hispanics, you name it. He created all of us. But black folks have had to be persistent to get where we are. as we continue to fight to be treated as equal and not to be pulled over just because we're black, or not to be stopped because we happen to be walking around while black. Y'all, that's deep, and I'm gonna leave it right there. So all I shared with you today, I just want you to know that all of these people that I talked about today, and I'm going to leave their little snippets in the description box, but I just want you to know they are where they are because of a dream. They are where they are because they kept pushing forward. They are where they are because they didn't allow anybody to tell them that they couldn't do something. They are where they are because they didn't give up because folks laughed at them and told them they would never be anything. They were persistent. And this is why they are where they are. So all I want you to walk away from this video knowing is that if you are persistent, I promise you, you can achieve the goals that you've set for yourself. But you've got to be persistent. It may not be easy. It may get ugly sometimes, but you be persistent anyway. Folks are going to laugh in your face. They're going to shoot you down. Excuse me, but you be persistent anyhow. Because I believe you have something special to share with the world. And don't you ever give up and walk away. Y'all, that's my time. That's all I have. Thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love each and every one of you from the moon and back to the moon and back, however that saying goes. But I love each and every one of you, and I believe in each and every one of you. I believe that if you have a dream, you keep working towards it. And I promise you, that dream will manifest itself. Don't you dare give up. No matter what people try to do to discourage you, don't you dare give up. Until next time, take care.